One of the questions I get asked the most is how did I manage to learn kanji, because there's over 2,000 of them. And to be honest with you, kanji is super hard. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you my best tips on how to learn kanji. So as you can see in my notebook right here, the kanji are basically just Chinese characters that the Japanese took to write their words. And as you can see, they are pretty complicated. In order to be 100% fluent in Japanese, you need to know how to read 2,000 of them. I would say the most effective and reliable way to learn kanji is just by using something like Anki, where you've got flashcards and you're learning new words with kanji. And just like that, you get a really nice foundation on kanji. You'll start to connect the patterns of how you read them and all the things like that. So I really recommend that you use a flashcard app like Anki. On top of that, I also got a lot of my understanding of kanji and how to read them and things like that through watching TV shows and anime and listening to them or watching them with subtitles in Japanese. Because when you have those subtitles just there at the bottom all the time, when they're speaking, you're going to be hearing the readings for those kanji and things like that, as well as the meanings. And just like that, you'll pick up super naturally. And I think this contributed to a very large amount of my understanding on how to read kanji. And then finally, there is a resource called Wanikani. And I think this is completely dedicated to learning kanji. And although personally, I didn't use this on my journey of learning Japanese, I was aware of it and I have kind of looked into it now. And it looks like a really good resource. It teaches you things like the radicals, and I think it's got a much more structured approach to learning kanji. So definitely check out Wanikani. Then finally, just like a little tip, I really wouldn't worry too much about kanji. I think it's kind of something that is very daunting at the beginning, and a lot of beginners don't learn Japanese just because of this. But really, I think just get started with Japanese, start learning the language, get your foundations, and then once you understand a little bit about Japanese, the idea of kanji will be a lot less intimidating. You'll kind of know what kind of path you need to take and things like that. And realistically, kanji is just something you need to take step at a time and start slowly, and eventually the path will become a lot clearer. Once you get started, everything becomes so much easier. So really don't worry too much about kanji. It will come to you very naturally if you're doing things like immersion and Anki.